Hello once again and good afternoon. My name is Sandra Esenamathune. Welcome to Business. And some local filmmakers are calling on government to grant them some tax incentives to help save the movie industry. The industry is currently described as dead, as most cinema houses are now hosting churches. Director of Farmhouse Productions Limited, Ivan Koshigan, is therefore calling on government to support the industry so that they can resuscitate it. Bismarck Ewusa has more.
According to some local filmmakers, the high cost of production is unfavorable to the growth of the sector, considering the low returns content producers get after investing much. Speaking at the final episode of the MTN Open Coffee series in Accra, Director of Farmhouse Productions Limited, Ivan Kwashiga, says the high cost of movie exhibition and importation of equipment is the reason many producers are pulling out of the industry. He says there's the need for government to grant movie producers some tax incentives.
The government has to show some interest. For instance, if we are importing film equipment, we could have some kind of rebates, or we could have tax discounts, or whatever it is that we can get that can help us to import film equipment that would enhance our work. We could also be given some tax rebates in terms of exhibition, to exhibit our films.
Mr. Kwashiga also noted that the local cinema business is being relegated to the background as most cinema halls have been turned into churches.
We have not gotten distribution networks. In the past, we had so many cinema houses. Most of them have now turned into churches and all that. So we've lost all the cinema houses. Now films are more shown on television and other devices than in cinema houses. If we are talking about exhibition in Ghana, it's basically Silver Beds, which is in Accra, Kumasi. I think it's just Accra and Kumasi. So what about the larger audience? How do we take film out there to them? And it is true that we will be able to make the box office the money.
Some content creators had this to say.
The taxes are becoming overburdened, and also since my business basically tries on the internet, reduction of internet fees, internet user fees will also go in the right direction to help their aim of digitizing the country, and also to help my business also thrive.
If we could have, I don't know what to say, whether I should call it a body or a policy or some form of authority under which we can have all these initiatives, and especially digital advancement under.
The 3-day MTN Open Coffee series brought together local content creators to discuss the essence of intellectual property, video making, and how to leverage technology to report on issues of national interest. Bismarck Ewusa's report for Joy Business.
CEO of Kantanka Automobile, Kojo Safo Jr., has hinted of plans to collaborate with German automobile firm VW to produce low-budget vehicles. This comes after government signed an MOU with the German firm for the establishment of an assembling plant in the country, a move that has been criticized by many as a threat to Kantanka, the only local firm. Here's Kojo Safo Jr. in an interview with Charles Haite.
How do you welcome the news about VW coming in place in Ghana?
It's good news. I mean, more jobs, more opportunities for Ghana, putting Ghana on the map. And initially we issued a press statement that we were asking for certain things from the government, which we were praying that we get as soon as possible. But it's been something that we've been asking for and fighting for quite a long time.
What specific things are you talking about?
There were simple things which we stated clearly in the press statement, saying we needed a simple CPC, the Custom Procedure Code. We needed a tax waiver, and also we needed policies to protect our local industry.
How strategic is Kantanka repositioning itself to meet up, to the competition that VW brings? Because we're looking at international competition here.
Yeah, they are coming into my my turf. I know the grounds better than they do. I am just going to up my marketing game. I mean, as I said, competition brings the best out of every business. If you see competition as bad, unless it's not a healthy competition, but once it's a healthy competition, it brings the best out of every manufacturer or assembler or business. So we're just going to strategically position ourselves to meet the demands of our customers, our masses, like the masses in the country, what they are looking for in our cars. We're going to listen to the demands that they are putting out on social media or our complaint or suggestion boxes, and actually focus on those things for them and be able to get our local people to accept the brand that it is coming from Africa. It's not just any car, it is our car.
But speaking of the masses, of course, I mean, these concerns have been raised for quite a while now. The fact that the cost element involved in acquiring yourself a Kantanka vehicle is very high. The fact that, you know, the production choice, if I need a very small vehicle, I can't resort to Kantanka, and the issues about, you know, Kantanka complaining too much. Don't you think these are valid concerns that you could have taken into consideration a long time ago?
We do take them into consideration.
That's all for business, but there's more business news on the marketplace with Emmanuel Abuaji. My name is Sandra Esanamapeno. Have a good afternoon.